I have some brief remarks that I'd like to share with y'all. I am really sorry about the choices that were made.
I know I'm just a YouTuber, but I truly feel like I have better acting skills than Alex Bregman. If you don't believe me, here's exactly how the baseball world saw Alex Bregman apologizing. Roll it.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming. I just want to say we're sorry that we got caught.
What's going on, guys? It's Fuzzy. Welcome back to yet another Major League Baseball recap video, and today is Judgment Day. The day of reckoning is upon us. The Houston Astros have reported to spring training, and they came out, and some of them apologized, some of them stuck to their guns and said, I'm not saying sorry. And I'm going to call out two people in today's video because they are just scum, and I cannot believe that the words they uttered came out of their mouth. Jim Crane and Josh Reddick should be ashamed of themselves today. As they go throughout baseball for the rest of their career, they're always going to be known as the guys that admitted to cheating and were not sorry for it. So we're going to go ahead and talk about that today. Make sure you guys watch all the way until the end. And also, we're on the road to 200,000 subscribers before opening day. So if you guys like baseball content, we talk about it every single day. So do not be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Josh Reddick, I'm going to go ahead and talk about this a-hole first because the fact that he said out loud in front of reporters and surrounded by teammates, he just said,
Do you feel the need to reach out to friends or opponents that play for the Dodgers and the Yankees, teams that you guys beat en route to that championship?
I don't think so, man.
Why not?
Just don't feel like we should.
From the bottom of my heart, I'd like to take this chance to apologize to absolutely nobody.
He pretty much said, suck it. He said suck it to the baseball world, even though Josh Reddick, before he got to Houston, could not hit water if he fell out of a boat. I know he had one good season in Oakland where he had 35 home runs, but guess what? That was like his first or second season in baseball. Then the league figured him out, and he has been pretty much a wash ever since that year where he had 35 bombs. Then what happens? He goes to the Astros. He gets about 17 to 20% of the bangs collectively from the Astros, and his OPS goes from mid-700s to almost 850 in one single season. And then in 2018, 2019, when there is no supposed banging on the trash cans, he comes back down to earth. He has a 700 OPS, and then he just has the unmitigated gall to say that he owes no one an apology and it's not necessary. You know what, Josh Reddick? I'm not trying to say this, and I'm not trying to allude to anything, but Mike Clevenger said that they should not feel comfortable in any batter's box against anyone in baseball. And this statement right here is exactly why Mike Clevenger is onto something. So the record for most hit by pitches for a single team in one season is 148 by the 1898 Baltimore Orioles. I think that the Houston Astros might get to 150 before the All-Star break. So without a doubt, Josh Reddick is going to lead the league in hit by pitches. I think the Astros are going to shatter the all-time record because baseball, the teams have such a tight-knit community that they feel slighted, they feel disrespected. Mike Clevenger, he is definitely going to be hitting a few Astros, maybe Blake Snell, maybe a few Yankees guys, because they could have made the World Series had they not faced the Houston Astros. And also, Robert Manfred, this Josh Reddick quote is exactly why we're going to talk about the apologies. I'm just ranting right now because Josh Reddick and Jim Crane pissed me off. I know I'm very family friendly, but they pissed me off to the point where I need to talk about it. Robert Manfred, he slapped them on the wrist. The Astros are far too good in 2020 for what they did. The players got off easy, especially Josh Reddick. And then also Jim Crane, he was giving a great press conference until he decided to retract his statements. He said sorry at first, he apologized, but then he said the Astros and their organization are only apologizing for breaking the rules, not cheating or getting caught. They're sorry they broke the rules, but they're not sorry about what they did as a team because they had a great team and they won the World Series.
This didn't impact the game. We had a good team. We won the World Series, and we'll leave it at that.
But isn't sign stealing a distinct advantage for the hitter, so doesn't it automatically impact competition?
It could possibly do that. It could possibly not.
I mean, that would make sense if Marwin Gonzalez, literally a member of that 2017 World Series championship team, didn't come out a couple days ago and say that they probably would have not won, or at least he did not know if they would have won without the cheating. So Jim Crane, you're a clown. Josh Reddick, you are the biggest clown of this entire situation. What we're going to do right now is we're going to go ahead and roll off a few apologies from Jose Altuve, Carlos Correa, who actually Carlos Correa probably gave the best apology of anyone, and then we'll talk about a few other apologies. But for right now, I'm going to roll them. I want you guys to tell me in the comment section down below, do you believe them, or do you think that it's all a bunch of just hearsay to try and get us off their backs? Because let's face it, the 2020 season for the Astros, it's going to be tough.
But it was definitely wrong. It was definitely wrong, and we should have stopped it at the time.
You knew it was wrong?
Yeah, it was wrong. It was wrong. To tell everybody that it's not right to do that. You don't want to be standing here and having to do this because of that. You don't want to be remembered as that type of person. So that's what we're here talking to you guys today.
The whole Astros organization and the team feel bad about what happened in 2017. We especially feel remorse for the impact in our fans and the game of baseball.
We are baseball players. We have a lot of stars here. We have a lot of great players here. But don't forget we're humans, and life is about, making mistakes and learn from that, Yes, we made a mistake. We did what we did, but that doesn't make us a bad person.
No, I think we're here today to talk about ourselves, to talk about, like I said, express remorse for 2017. I think I've learned a lot of what transpired through some of the information coming out, and it's continuing to happen. So
no, because I know what it took to win that World Series. We know in this clubhouse what it took to win that World Series, and that was great baseball. That was great pitching. That's something that people haven't spoke about. That's winning a lot of games on the road.
So I think that Jose Altuve tried his best to present himself in a case that he'd make himself look better. I just don't think it happened. And this sucks because I love Jose Altuve. Before this all happened, he was one of my favorite players. If there was a Jose Altuve at bat, if I was just flipping through the channels, sorry, my voice just cracked, but if there was an Altuve at bat and I was flipping through the channels and I just ran into him, I would always watch that at bat. Same with Bregman, same with all of these guys. I think that they're studs without banging on trash cans, so it's just very unfortunate that this had to happen. And I mentioned in yesterday's video that Carlos Beltran was kind of the ringleader, but it didn't really sound like he was. It seemed like he was the fall guy. And respect to Carlos Correa for having his boys back. He came out and took responsibility as a teammate, and he said, yeah, we had young guys, but it's absolute BS at the fact that we did not listen to Carlos Beltran. Everyone is responsible, so I'm going to go ahead and say that Carlos Correa had the best apology, not throwing Carlos Beltran under the bus.
The thing I have a problem with is when I read that report is that we were scared of him or we felt intimidated. We didn't feel scared of Beltran. We didn't feel intimidated. He was the nicest guy that we could ever have. He was the best teammate we've ever had. Beltran was obviously a leader of the clubhouse, but we all had a say in everything.
Do I think that Carlos Beltran is vindicated and now innocent? No, I absolutely do not think so. But does it put it into proper perspective of how bad it got within the entire Astros clubhouse? Yes. And especially when Justin Verlander comes out and says sorry, but also that he wishes he would have done more. And then after that, Lance McCullers, he says sorry and then takes the same approach as Jim Crane. He's pretty much Jim Crane Jr. says sorry and then says, you know what, we had a really good squad. We deserve the win. This is a lose-lose situation for the Astros. I think that they should have just gone into spring training, try and raked, got to 100 games, get to the playoffs, try and win a World Series as opposed to whatever this is. Because Carlos Correa is giving great apologies and statements. Josh Reddick is making himself look stupid. Lance McCullers is great, and then he's not great. Same with Jim Crane. Jose Altuve, Alex Bregman, they're reading off scripts, and I just don't like that. So, George Springer breaking, he just came out with a statement of his own, so we're going to see if he has anything good or not good to say. This sucks, man. This really sucks.
I think every member of that team has to take responsibility.
George, did you or anyone on the 2018 team use wearable devices or buzzers?
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
So at this point, we've pretty much heard from all of the prominent members of the 2017 Houston Astros squad. We've already heard from Dallas Keuchel. We've heard from Charlie Morton. We have heard from Marwin Gonzalez. All three of the former Astros have said that they apologize and they wish that they would have done more. We have Josh Reddick doing his things, and he is going to get hit 175 times straight in the ribs. I'm not saying that they should do that, but I'm telling you, that's just the reality of the situation, and he just did not make himself look great. Jim Crane, the owner, I mean, this is where it all stemmed from. He is the reason why the culture of the Astros is so toxic. Even Robert Manfred said after doing their investigation, the entire toxicity of the Astros culture is apparent. Alex Bregman, he's reading off scripts, and I just don't know about this. So what we're going to do is we are going to end the video with two different clips. One, ESPN is talking about this, so you know it's big news. I've talked about how they never talk baseball, and of course, they're going to talk about it to make baseball look bad. They're only going to bring it up when it involves cheating. That sucks. And then last but not least, Cody Bellinger was caught talking about the Astros, and he is not happy. So thank you guys for watching. I hope that you did enjoy. The Houston Astros saga continues, and I don't know if this is going to be the last video on it, but the lid might be finally on. And now it's time to finally get past that, move into spring training, get focused on the 2020 Major League Baseball season. I don't know about you guys, but I'm super hyped up. I'm getting congested all of a sudden, so I'm going to go. Make sure you guys subscribe. On the road to 200,000. Why, Jose? Why did you do this to me?
You're not allowed to publicly be proud about the team, your teammates, or what you thought you accomplished that year. And Altuve, and to an extent Jim Crane, are still saying it with their chest about how proud they are.
Dodgers came out yesterday, shared their frustrations with what happened in 2017. Do you feel the same frustrations, or?
I mean, definitely frustrated. Yeah, no doubt.
That's just the word to describe it, frustrated?
Yeah.